Hey everybody, this is Sark with Adventure Done Right, and as you can see, I've got some away luggage in front of me, and if you've watched the videos on our channel or maybe you've subscribed, then it's probably no surprise to you that I am a huge fan of Away's luggage here. So today we're going to be unboxing the latest and greatest 2018 version of the bigger carry-on. Now, this thing has some great new features that are a little bit better than the 2017 model that I hold here. And so without further ado, let's just jump right into this and see what's inside. So, it comes, of course, in a very sturdy box. Away always packages their luggage in good boxes, which are very durable. Right. But with that, they're a fun mystery to open. There we go. There we go. Okay. So on the inside, they give you this nifty little postcard there. The world is open. And they ask you to tag them basically on Instagram, all that fun stuff. And then you have your suitcase. Now, also inside the box, Away includes a copy of their magazine, which is called Here. I haven't really gone through this too much. It's a magazine. If you're interested, when you get your suitcase, you can go through it. That's that. Now let's move this off to the side and take a look at this. So they always give you a storage bag. They say that after you travel with your bag, you should be putting them back inside of a storage bag like this, just so you can keep the dust off of it, keep them lasting longer. Away's kind of motto is that this should be the last suitcase you ever have to buy. Now, for those of us like myself who are traveling pretty much constantly, I don't know how realistic that is, but I can say that their luggage is extremely durable. It's one of the nicest things that I like about them. Before this, I used to use a lot of Delsey bags, and the Delsey bags lasted maybe a year. And then after that, they would start bowing in spots, they'd start getting cracks, tears, things like that. The zipper parts would bust off, the handles would rip off, and let me really quickly just show you the 2017 one, which I've had for about a year, has gone with me to many states across the US, different countries. I've taken it to Scotland, I've been to New Zealand and Australia with the Away luggage, and as you can see, it's in very good condition. So let's get back into the 2018 here and show you this. So this beautiful piece of luggage is by far the best luggage I have ever owned. Now, I do own a lot of the other sizes. Away has 4 different size suitcases. They have the smaller carry-on, the bigger carry-on, which is right here, then they have a medium and a large bag. And I'll show you those size comparisons in another video if you want to click the link down below. In the first comment, I'll leave that video link there. But I chose the bigger carry-on because the difference between this and the smaller carry-on, if you look at the size on their website, it can be a little deceiving. It shows you about 1 inch wider and 1 inch taller between the bigger and the smaller carry-on. It doesn't sound like a lot when I say it's just 1 inch difference, but to give you an idea, it gives you about 20% more space inside this. And this bag fits inside of basically every single overhead compartment of an airline. I travel with this on Southwest, on Delta, on American, on Norwegian Airlines, and a whole slew of other airlines, and I've never had a problem with it. So, this bag comes with a nice black matte finish handle right here. And as you can see, the battery has already popped out just for that. So this is the coolest feature of the bag, so we'll dive right into it. The charging ports. Now, this is also the biggest feature that they've come out with on the 2018 bag, and the reason why I upgraded my suitcases this year. Previously, Away's suitcase design, as well as pretty much every other smart luggage available on the marketplace, had a fixed battery within the suitcase. That's because it's a lot easier for them to manufacture and, well, easier for them to manufacture. But as I'm sure you're aware, airlines have started cracking down on lithium ion batteries, so LiPo batteries. And what they're basically saying is that you cannot check a suitcase with a battery inside of it. Now, I've run into this with as frequently as I travel. I travel basically every other week. I'm on a flight or multiple flights, sometimes 5 in a week. I've run into this change in rules, which, let's be honest, the airline attendants and staff aren't always reading up to date the latest and greatest. So I actually had recently a ticketing agent who was at the gate, and I was one of the first people to get on the plane, and they would not let me board until I took out my battery. Now, I was traveling with this carry-on. I was going to put in my overhead luggage, completely meeting the FAA guidelines, the airline guidelines, and they made me take out the battery. So if I had had a previous suitcase with me, I would have had to open up the bag and literally unscrew the battery. Now, that's not a difficult process to actually do, but it is time consuming, cumbersome, and annoying, because really what you want to do is get settled on your seat. So Away came out with this awesome new feature, which I bought the new Luggage for, which, look at that, the battery just pops right on out. Now, this has 2 charging ports on it, so you can charge an iPad, any other device like that, your phone, etc. And then this is what you will charge this actual battery with. Now, here's the awesome thing about this. I know some of you are probably saying, well, am I going to use the battery that often? Yes, I use this a lot. I have layovers in airports. I don't need to find wall plugs anymore because I've got one right here. And here's another really awesome thing about this popping out. I go to a lot of trade shows or things like that where finding a plug isn't always convenient, or like I said, if you do trade shows, there's often not power in your booth depending on the size of the show. Now you have a portable battery with you when you're going on your adventures, and it's always with you, and when you're done with it, you just pop it back, click it in, and now it's set to go. Close this to protect it, and you're ready to go on your next adventure. So, let's look at some of the other features on the bag. I know I'm kind of rolling through this, but I'm trying to keep this video so it's not 100 hours long. This is a TSA approved lock, and what that basically means is that you can set your own code, but TSA has a key which they can open up your luggage. That means that you're protected from the average bag handler opening up your suitcase and looking what's inside, and you still allow TSA security to get through. So, how is it protected? Well, basically these zippers here are locked into the bag. So all you're going to do to open this is set it to your code, which default is 000, and the zippers pop out. This right here is a lifesaver for the zippers. I don't know how many pieces of luggage that I've had before where the zipper pulls have come off of them, and I've had some sort of a paper clip or makeshift zipper on there. This solves that problem. So let's get inside the suitcase and see what is in here. Okay. Now, the suitcase basically is divided into 2 separate sections. One, you have this zipper compartment here, which is wide open space. Now, I have packed in this bag myself usually around 5 days worth of travel. Now, I know some of you are going to say 5 days, I could pack a month in there. And then some of you are going to say, I could probably only fit 2 days in there. Really, that's going to depend on your level of skill for your packing technique and things like that. But I can pack about a week's worth of clothing in here. That includes my dress clothing for appointments and meetings and my exercise gear for when I'm on the road. So I use this side mostly for toiletries and my shoes and things like that. And then over here is where I'll typically put the rest of my main clothing. And this is a really cool compartment because the way this works is you've got another wide open space right here. And then once you're done putting all of your luggage in there, your clothing there, then you're gonna put this over here, and these are going to come down, and then you cinch this down. And what this does is help kind of compress everything in there, so you can really actually fit a lot of stuff in here. I know a lot of people are concerned when they get these kind of clamshell suitcases that, you know, it's not going to allow them that wiggle room that a traditional fabric style bag does. But Away has found a method of kind of marrying the two so that you have this flexible shell these kind of different ways of tightening down your luggage and securing it so that all of your clothing on the inside will really scrunch down and just fit very well. I do have a couple of other videos where I go into the away luggage, so I'll leave links to those down below. And remember, I will have a link again down below in the first comment and description of this video for $20 off your first suitcase with away luggage. Beyond that, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more reviews, unboxings, and of course, adventures. And remember, it's a great big world out there, so never stop adventuring.